So there are entire communities, homes, roads, schools, churches, even cemeteries, sitting at the bottom of some of America's most peaceful lakes and reservoirs. And they weren't lost to nature, but intentionally drowned, completely flooded, and buried underneath huge amounts of water. So in the early to mid-1900s, the U.S. went all in on hydroelectric power and water infrastructure. Dams meant electricity, jobs, and control over floods and droughts. But to build those dams, vast valleys had to be flooded, and many of those valleys were full of people, communities, families who had built their lives there for eons. The government offered payouts, but often much smaller amounts than the people deserved. And then the government just invoked eminent domain. There was a town named Kennett, California, which once had a train station, a general store, and a booming mining economy. But now it just sits beneath Shasta Lake, erased by the construction of the Shasta Dam in the 1930s. And in Massachusetts, 4 entire towns, Dana, Enfield, Greenwich, and Prescott, they were wiped out to form the Quabbin Reservoir, which still supplies water to Boston today. The town of Elbowood, North Dakota, was flooded by Lake Sakakawea, created by the Garrison Dam in the 1950s. They flooded over 150,000 acres of native land and displaced members of multiple tribes. The land had been protected by a treaty, but again, the government just cited the law of eminent domain and moved on. And despite all the protesting happening there, furthermore, it became forbidden for Native Americans to fish the lake or hunt or graze their animals along the shorelines as they'd been doing for the past millennia, 1,000 years. These flooded towns become partially visible during droughts or water level drops as foundations, gravestones, and old roads resurface like ghosts of what used to be there. Tourists take photos, but for many families, it's just a painful reminder of what was stolen from them. And it's not just a part of U.S. history I'm talking about. This is still very much happening today. In 2023, parts of North Fork Valley near Asheville, North Carolina, were deliberately flooded to expand the North Fork Reservoir. The city again used eminent domain to acquire thousands of acres, forcing families from land that had been in their name for generations. And just like the towns of the past, their homes now sit beneath a man-made lake, all in the name of water security. In the U.S., there have been at least 100 to 150 named towns documented as being purposely flooded and turned into ghost towns under the beauty of lakes, often in rural, poor, or indigenous regions with minimal media attention or historical preservation. The official story is one of progress, electricity, water, growth. But beneath the surface lies a much darker truth. Entire communities just erased in the name of the greater good. So the next time you're standing at the edge of a scenic reservoir, maybe ask yourself, what lies beneath? And who had to disappear so we could flip on a light